everybody, welcome to Review Time with iSlip. I am iSlip, and today we're going to be taking a look at the SRK SRK-01 Thunderous, which is their version of Sludge. Inside the box you get a card, instruction booklet, woo, and the blister pack. Here's the card. Actually, I actually have the card. I think I lost the card for one of the other guys at my old apartment, but that's okay. But yeah, you get the blister pack with the gigantic guns, gigantic foot, and the robot, which for some reason I have in there without his head. Let's go ahead and get him out. Now this was the first whatchamacallit they produced. The first of the robots, and it kind of shows it's not a bad effort. It's just, I don't know, just situate him. Come on, let's go. Maybe I'll just jump cut to where he is situated properly. Ooh, come on. Ooh, I thought something flew out at me. I was gonna scream like a little girl. Okay, and there hold on. I feel like, yeah, there we go. There we go. We've got Sludge in his robot mode, and let's see, maybe if I put his arms up, maybe I'll like it better. It's a little better, but yeah, I'm not a big fan of this guy, if I'm honest. His legs are super chunktacular. They're even more chunktacular than Hammer's, I think. This is just way too much stuff, and this right here, this right there, that's ridiculous. They could have come up with something better. Let me see, maybe if I tilt this up a bit. It's still, there's nothing I can do about that. That's horrible. That is horrible. He's got this gigantic thing sticking off his back, which, I mean, maybe if they would have made the neck not so long, or made a separate thing where it unplugs here and folds one more time, it would stick out a little bit more, but at least it wouldn't be hanging so low. Like, look at that. Looks like it looks like he's taking a dump out of a robot snake or something. Look at that's crazy. That looks obscene. So, yeah. In any case, like I said, you get the foot. You may get some swords. I don't really know. And you get 2 guns. Now, the original 2 guns that you got with him, you got 2 of the same guns, which was a problem because these are also the shoulder guns for SRK. So you got 2 of the same guns. You could only put 1 up, and that was it. So, and they would connect with, or you'd have to have 1 upside down. So, thankfully, when they released Wrath, aka the Grimlock, they fixed it. They sent you the right gun. So we've got that, and they fit in his hands pretty well, and he doesn't hold them very well now. He doesn't. Let's try it with this side here. Maybe it's just that I don't have, let's see. They kind of hold, but not really. Like, I have to bend it, and then if I bend it all the way and clip it, it'll work. Let's see. Nope. This arm here just refuses to hold it up. Yeah. So, well, he holds them. He just doesn't hold them very well. You got to get him. Oh. Yeah, that's ridiculous. That looks silly. I mean, the guns are too big anyway, but that looks silly. I think you can also plug them into his shoulders using the pegs for SRK. Let's see. Can you hold them in your shoulder? If I can get them in. Yeah, you can put them on his shoulder. So at least you can do that. At least then they hold. At least then they hold. Can I get you out now? Thank you. Okay. So there's that. So you can use them this way without too much of a problem. So that's okay. And then if you had his swords, which I don't know where they are. If you had swords in the first place, let me see. Let me check his instruction booklet. Give you the instruction booklet. I don't like doing this on camera, but here we go. Yeah, it shows a picture of a sword. So he must have swords. I just misplaced it. But yeah, it doesn't even matter. He doesn't really look all that good. Honestly, I don't really like the way he looks. He's okay as a Dinobot, but he's just really busy for no reason, and he just doesn't work. And I don't like his head. If I'm honest, let me go ahead and grab. Sorry about moving the camera. I'm turning around behind me. I think this guy did a much better job as a Dinobot than... Oh, I mean, he is a Dinobot, but then this guy, like, he looks... Look at this. Let's see if I can get just focus on the head. Look at that head. And then look at that head. That head does not look... It's just weird because, like, Swoop's head and Wrath's head are pretty good. But Hammer's was not quite so good. It was okay. And this guy's just looks... It's not a bad looking robot head. It just doesn't look like the character's supposed to be. So he's also pretty small, all things considered. He's... well, you know what? It's because he's a Limbot. If he wasn't a Limbot, they could have made him proper size, which should be at least as tall as Grimlock. So, and then he likes to lean backwards. So you can fix him, but I mean you really can't do very much with him because of his chunktacular legs. So let's go over articulation. The wings move backwards and forwards and up and down. So you can do that. 360 here. They have that weird double joint that Hammer had, so you can have the arms at the shoulder here, or you can have them up like that. You can have the shoulders up or the shoulders down. You can 360 rotates there. You have two elbows, but you only get like I think that's 45 degrees. You only get an L bend, really. And then you can kind of bend his arm backwards, hyperextend it back a little bit. He doesn't have an ab crunch. That's actually transformation there. It unlocked itself. Rotation at the waist. Legs go forward that far. Go back that far, but good luck trying to do anything dynamic with him because of how gigantic his lower legs are. His lower legs bend about that much, and I'm pretty sure that's partly because the leg came out. It started to untransform itself. So let's get that transformed back. And okay, so transform back, you only get that much of a bend, and the toes wiggle waggle, and that's about it. That's really about it. You're not going to get much else. You can kind of make him taller by doing this, but then he looks really strange, and I don't know. I kind of regret this guy. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of regret getting this guy. The other 3 dinos that I've already reviewed, I don't regret. Even on their own, they were pretty cool. But this guy here, not so. Anyway, let's attempt to get him transformed. So let's go ahead and get his hands put away. Rotate his toes back the way they were supposed to be. Open this up, fold the hands away, close it, and then rotate it so that his toes are flat. Let's open this up so we can flip his head back into his chest where it goes. Let's see, what else are we gonna do? Let's go ahead and close this part, which becomes the back of the Brontosaurus, or Apatosaurus if that's what you want to call it. Let's lift that up a little bit. Just get his legs situated so they're out of the way at the moment. We'll worry about how to transform them later on. Just get the head up. Get the head up. And then, sorry, I'm gonna go ahead and that goes in. Where do you go in? You're supposed to go in there, are you not? Are you not supposed to clip in there? Did I miss something? Let's see. No, it's supposed to go in. I guess I just gotta push harder. Like, okay, I'll show you. If you look there, you can see a slot. It's supposed to clip in there. But for some reason, I cannot get the clip to clip. Let's go ahead and open this up a little bit. Let's clip this first. There we go. There we go. Alright, so I guess it helps if you clip it first and then close this up. Then we got the dino head over there. And then this, we're going to do that. And then let's get the legs open so that we can see what the hell we're doing. Let's see. I'm pretty sure, you know, let's make sure we got the legs able to get out of the way. Unpeg them, they peg right in there. Unpeg them so that we can move them should we have to. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and put it so that his legs are facing the toes. And then pull that out. This would have pegged in there, so unpeg it. And just leave it like that for now. Actually, move that like that. And then, let's see. Can we can't transform you yet. We got to get this part out like that. Now we can transform it over. And did we need to? Yes, we needed to slide this, bend this down a bit, and now we can do it. Okay, and then that gets pegged in right there, and then we can bring this over and oops. That should peg in right there. Yeah, it's pegged. And then we do the same thing over here. Let's get the foot out of the way. Actually, I guess just unpegged and then rotate it. Unpeg. What did we need to unpeg? We needed to unpeg something. Which part did we unpeg? I don't remember. Something in here unpegged. Is it this part? No. Is it this part? Oh, good Lord, I can't remember which. Okay, let's just flip this part. Oh, okay, there we go. Oh, I see it pegged into there. I was doing it wrong. Ooh, thank God I didn't break that peg. So what happens when you don't do something for a long time and then you try to do it without looking at the instructions? Alright, so we're going to rotate this whole thing around. Ouch, my finger. Okay. Rotate you around. Get you somewhat situated. Worry about that in a minute. Rotate this around and, you know what? Let's get that out of the way. It's just not a very fun transformation, if I'm honest with you. I remember when I used to want everything to be so damn complicated, and now, oh, I lose that day. I used to be like, oh, it's too simple. So, you know what? If the transformation works, then, you know, I don't mind. I don't mind anymore. I'm too old for all this mess. Okay. Now, all this has to get pushed together, but of course it does not want to get pushed together. It wants to do whatever it wants to do. You know, let's okay, that. Okay, I see. So let's do that. So maybe that'll help out. Okay, that's together. Let's see. That's together. Now we just have to get this part together. Let's bring the legs down. Maybe that'll help out. Okay, there we go. That's together. And now we just have to close this up. Sorry for all the walk around the world to get to just this step. Whoops. Okay, are you serious? I just had you. Or are you being such a pissant? Okay, and alrighty. I think we are about done. We just have to straighten everything out. Okay. Alright, we are done. And let's go ahead and get these straightened out. And then you go in like that. There we go. There we go. And the dyno mode is definitely better than the rest of the modes. It's not nearly as clunky. I don't like the way the head is shaped. I kind of had that issue with their Grimlock and who else? And their Slag or Snarl or whatever. Oh, his mouth. I want to say, doesn't his mouth open more? So his mouth opens. He's got the little thing inside it. It's on a ball joint and a swivel. So the swivel's at the base of the head. Ball joint goes into the neck. That's it for the articulation for the neck. His front legs can go 360 pretty much. They just bump into there. They have the same double elbow bend as they did before, and that weird bend backwards. The toes have the same movement on the front, and there is the bicep rotation, and then of course you've got the shoulder rotation where you can put the legs if you want to be more forward or to be more back. More back looks like it's better in line with the body. This doesn't have a rotation anymore. Everything locked in. Back legs do a 360. They don't have that rotation here, the bicep rotation. They do have a bit of in and out. So there's that. And they bend there. They bend there. And they bend forward like that. And the tail does that. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. So all in all, I mean, the dyno mode is fairly solid. It's fairly solid. I like the dyno mode. I don't like much of the other modes for this guy. Let's go ahead and get this guy real quickly into his dyno mode so we can have a bit of a, what is the word? Not competition. Comparison. There we go. Bit of a comparison. So by the time this goes up, the video for this guy should already have been uploaded and ready. Okay. Whoops. Oh, I wasn't expecting that to happen. Ouch. I was expecting that to happen, though. Didn't make it hurt any less. Get in there. There we go. Okay. I figured this would have been finished already, but, you know, snafus. Okay. There's that. There's that. Of course, this does not want to stay together. Hence one of the big issues I had with this figure. Anyway, so there you go. And I think this one does a better job of emulating the G1 figure than that one, but if I'm honest, I think overall this does a better job of being an Apatosaurus or Brontosaurus or whatever you want to call it. I just wish the head, I don't really like the head here either, but I wish this head was different. I don't like this head, if I'm honest. But there's that. And of course you can put the whatchamacallits on him, the giant weapons. You can put them on the front. I think you can put them on the back legs too, if you want to. Can you? Hold on. I'll find out in a second. Yeah. So you can put them... Whoops. Woo! Going too far down. You can mount the weapons on the rear legs if you choose, or the front legs if you choose. I think mounting them on the front would make more sense than the rear, but I think the rear looks more appealing. There we go. And I think that looks a lot more appealing. Whoops. That did not stay in there very well. Yeah, well, it doesn't want to stay in the back legs, so we're just going to put them in the front legs. Well, we can just take it off, because we've already seen what it looks like. So, yeah, so let's go ahead and get the other Shuriken dinos in and see how they look with him. Go ahead and get Slag, which I think that looks pretty good. We'll get Grimlock, which I think now the scale just kind of gets a little out of whack. I think as an Apatosaurus, he should be a lot bigger. His head should be at least even with Grimlock's head as far as height. And where's all this dust coming from? And then we have our Swoop, who is just humongous. Let's get him to stand. There we go. Who has to stand in the back because he is just so big. But yeah, I like. Let's see if we can get a better shot. I'll hold Swoop. See if I can get his wings in a nice way. So there we go. It's a pretty nice shot. I like them. I like their aesthetics, and I like that. I like that the Swoop that they made has the red chest like everybody else does, instead of being the only Dinobot with a blue chest like he was in the cartoon, which I hate. But yeah. Yeah, that is Thunderous. He is not a great figure. His Dino mode is pretty good. I just don't like the head. His robot mode is crap. And there's a thunderstorm outside, in case you were wondering what that rumbling was. It was not my stomach. But together, I think they all look pretty decent. And yeah, that's it. And on to Growl, shall we? So this has been my review for the SRK SRK-01 Thunderous, aka Sludge. And next we've got Growl, and then afterwards we'll have the SRK combined mode review. Pray for me. Alright, thank you. I'm MySlip. Ciao.